morning, this is week 2, day 2 of the 250 rep challenge. Today we got tricep push up, we got sumo squats, we got crunch heel taps, we got a hip flexor march and also climb walks. So let me quickly show you. For the tricep push ups, the reason why I added these into my challenge is because I'm not very good, my triceps are particularly weak, so that's something that I wanted to build up over time. So the way that I've been doing it, because I don't want to show you how to try and do them, because I don't want to show you bad technique. So what I've been doing is going into a tabletop position, so hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, and from here what I do, I basically drop my elbows backwards, so pretend you've got some weights on them, so they basically drop backwards, keeping a nice straight back throughout, drop your elbows down to the floor and then push up from there. For the sumo squats, so feet nice and wide, feet more turned out than the other squats which I showed you the other day. So we're doing these more as a pulse, so rather than going fully down and fully up, staying in like a mini squat position and then pulsing from there. So taking a nice deep squat, making sure you're pushing your knees out, not letting them cave in like this, and look how it affects my ankle. As soon as I put my knee out, puts my foot in the right place. So make sure your knees are pushed out and it's going from a mini squat. So you can take these from wherever. If you just want to start, you can start, as long as your feet are starting wide, it doesn't really matter, but you can start from this position, or you can go really deep, making sure you're pushing the knees out and rising up and down. So that'll be 1, 2. For the heel taps, lay on the floor, pushing your lower back into the ground and squeezing in your belly button. You're going to go from a crunch position, so rather than going up and down, we did with crunches yesterday, stay in this crunch position, so constantly working those abs, arms by your side, tap to one ankle, back to centre, tap to the ankle, other centre, back to the ankle, back to centre. So really trying to do like a side crunch as well, so really try and reach around to that ankle and make sure you keep a nice strong core, so working your abdominals and also your obliques, which are your side muscles as well. So the next exercise is a hip flexor march. So your hip flexor is your psoas muscle, so it actually runs from your lower back through your pelvis and through the front of your leg. A lot of people, this muscle isn't activated, so that's why when they do it, they end up getting a lot of back pain. So this is an exercise where if you are feeling pain, don't power through. I would just suggest reset your body, make sure your lower back is pressing into the ground, and then resetting that way. So this way, so tilting your hips backwards, pressing your lower back into the ground, and you go into a tabletop position like this. So imagine you have a glass on your shins and it would have to be able to stay there. So what it is you extend one leg, keeping this leg nice and still, and then controlling it coming back up. So this is a challenging one for me because my hip flexors don't like to activate either. It's similar to my glutes. That's why I add so much glute stuff into my workouts. Pushing up. If you are finding this difficult or just want to start from something a bit easier, pop that leg down, and what you do for this leg, placing your hands onto your thigh, and you just do a little push against your hands, just so it starts to wake up. If you start feeling this in your back, then just start from something a little bit easier and just push. Push for a couple of seconds, probably about 50% of your maximum, so just trying to get it to wake up. And then you might be able to then progress, do little ones, and then you'll be able to fully extend and come all the way up. Last one is climb walks, which is a really horrible one to finish on, but it's good for your butt and good for your legs. So going into a squat position, I like to keep in squat positions today, and what you're going to do is pretend like you're walking like a crab. So it's lateral walks, like so. Trying to keep that knees underneath you, try not to go too far out. And stepping back and forth, you can go as far as you like. You can, like our carpet, you can mark lines on the floor, or you can just do it to the end of your living room, end of your bedroom, wherever you're going to be working out. So going back and forth is going to be 1, so 1 and 2. Keeping the chest nice and up, there's no point trying to be doing squats when you're going to be in this position. Chest nice and up, squeezing your bum. This can work more like your lateral glutes, so certainly making sure they stay nice and activated.